Hello. Hello, everyone. Um, my dog just started. um, I don't know. He's not really barking. He's just kind of huffing at whatever noise is being made outside of my apartment. Hello, everyone. My name is Alaya. This is Willy. Hey, Willy. You want to say hi? Yes. Um, so welcome to session 5 of the PLUTO Labs. At uh, at a time that is not usual. I mean, I don't know. Can you? I feel like, yeah. I mean, if this is the fifth session and the first four have been in the morning, then I guess this is an unusual time for this series. But yeah, I took a break over the weekend from this project, and yeah, I still don't really know how I want to continue with this. I was talking to a friend about it yesterday, and I don't know. I think I still have to feel into how far this is doing what I wanted to do, because yeah, my original intention was to do this to help me with my journaling, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, enough rambling. Let's get started. So, we're gonna start with so before we get into the journaling portion, we're gonna start as always with some somatic warm up, and today that's more the somatic warm up is also linked to the journaling prompts that I will be offering later. So I'm just gonna find a place to put my laptop. Okay, so we're going to start, I think, just by warming up and loosening our joints a little bit. Our joints are places in our body that where all kinds of gunk tends to get stuck. Um, Among that gunk, sometimes maybe emotions or just like some, I don't know, some mental emotional residue. So I'm just swirling, circling my wrists, and then I'm gonna change directions. Feel free to do this seated or standing or walking around. Then we're gonna move on to our elbows. This is a bit more awkward than the wrists. I'm gonna try and do this. And with everything that I'm offering, it's just a suggestion. If anything doesn't feel good, just don't do it. Okay, we're gonna switch directions. Okay, then we're gonna move to the shoulders, and we're just gonna roll our shoulders a couple of times. So we're gonna start by rolling them up in the front and rolling them down our back. So up in the front, down our back. You can also link your breath with the movement, but that's optional. Okay, we're gonna switch direction. So we're gonna roll up in the back and down in the front. And whether you are connecting your breath with the movement or not, make sure that you're breathing. I've been up for a couple of hours, but my allergies are still very much present. Haven't left the room yet. Okay, I'm just gonna swing out our arms a little bit. Actually, you know what? We're just gonna do that a little bit more. So we're gonna just let our arms swing from one side to the other and kind of let our upper body just follow the movement. And then we're just gonna slowly come back to center. Then we're gonna go down to our feet and legs. So we're gonna start by, I'm just gonna start by rolling my right ankle. So I'm standing on my left leg. If you need, you can move towards a wall or a chair or some other piece of furniture where you can, that can help with your balance. And right now I'm circling my ankle kind of, yeah, clockwise. Okay, then we're gonna switch direction. Okay, then we're gonna roll our toes a little bit. So you wanna firmly be planted on your left foot and have your weight in your left foot so you can really roll over your toes. Again, starting clockwise. This one's always, there's always a lot of cracking for me. It feels really good. Okay, let's switch directions. Even though it's also like a little bit uncomfortable rolling over the toes. I don't know, something about this. It's an interesting exercise. And I really love the stretch that you get kind of top of your foot and shin also kind of. Okay, then we're gonna just briefly pause and see if we're noticing a difference between the left and the right side. Then we're gonna move on to the other one. So we're gonna start by circling our ankle again. This time I'm starting counterclockwise. And switching directions. I'm actually struggling. Sometimes it's harder to do things one direction anyway. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna roll over our toes again a little bit. So you're gonna firmly plant in our right leg and roll over our toes. I don't know. Sometimes some of these feel a lot more awkward on one side than the other. Switch directions. Okay. We're just gonna circle our knees a little bit to the one side. So like first we're gonna start clockwise. I'm just gonna show how I'm standing. And again, like make those movements as big or as small as feel comfortable to you. love how, because of the light, it kind of looks like I don't have a, a head. Okay, so I'm gonna switch directions. So now we're gonna go counterclockwise. Okay, now we're just gonna circle our hips to one side, and same as with the knees. If you have any pain, just yeah, make the movement smaller or skip it altogether. Okay. And we're gonna switch directions. My hips popping. Okay. And before we get into the journaling portion, I'm just gonna do like a wide-legged forward fold to kind of, yeah, stretch our hips a little bit more. So you can really go into like a wide-legged stance, and you kind of turn in your toes a little bit and turn out your heels. If you're wearing glasses, maybe you want to take them off. And you want to stand. Okay, wait a second. I'm just gonna. The light situation is a little bit awkward. Is this better? I don't know. Probably not. Okay. And you're gonna inhale your arms up over your head. And you're gonna dive down with a straight back. Come up for a half lift, sort of. And you're gonna fold down. And you can either have your hands on the floor, or you can grab your ankles, or kind of walk them through. You also wanna kind of stretch one side and the other. Okay, I'm gonna come up again for a half lift, and if you want, you can have your hands on your hips and come up again. Okay. Good. Now we're gonna move into the journaling portion. For that, I'm gonna grab my glasses again. So I was thinking of offering a few different prompts and questions. I'm gonna write them in the chat. Maybe you can grab your journal and whatever, maybe some drink. I don't know. Okay. Journal prompts. Oops. What is it? What was I thinking of before? Damn. I had good questions before. Yeah. Okay, so the questions are what's here? What's in my field? What are my joints holding? What do my wrists, ankles, shoulders, hips want me to know? What wants to be let go? What what wants to be held and given more space? So you don't need to, or the way that I think the way that I'm going to approach this session and these questions is that I'm just going to kind of let those questions be with me in my field, um, and not try and focus too much on answering them. Instead, I'm just going to, yeah, do like a very, I don't know, regular, traditional, whatever, free writing thing where I'm just gonna try for the next, let's say, 15 minutes. The next 15 minutes, just not really stop writing, just write whatever comes to my mind. And if I don't know what to write, then I'm gonna write that. So I'm just gonna do like 15 minutes stream of consciousness ish. And yeah, and maybe set an intention um to like with kind of with these questions kind of set some sort of attention intention, but yeah, and see what comes through. Okay, so I'm going to set a timer for 15 minutes. If you want to go longer, feel free to. Um, and yeah, just gonna start now. Okay, happy journaling. Okay, so 15 minutes are over. I'm just gonna finish up writing my sentence, and then we're gonna come back together. Okie dokie. So I think that was really cool. I like that. I hope anyone who's watching or replaying this had a similar experience. Okay, now to close out, I think I just want to do some twists and then like a little bit of maybe guided self-touch. Okay. Okay, maybe we're just gonna, so I'm gonna sit here in a comfortable seat and just try to take a few breaths. And I'm feeling like I want to stretch my neck or just, yeah, maybe just feel into kind of, are there any parts of your body that are asking for your attention? And maybe that attention looks like wanting to stretch, or it looks like touch, either light touch or maybe even like squeezing or pressing or impact. Okay. Yeah. I just invite you to really just stretch and move your body in a way that feels good. Maybe you want to stretch out your wrists or roll into your shoulders again. Actually, I'm gonna stretch my neck a little bit. So I'm gonna kind of um, just stretch out my left arm, kind of pull my fingers back or up, and then I'm gonna let my right ear drop to my right shoulder. So I'm gonna get a good stretch down the neck, arm. If you want, you can also use your other hand to create a little bit more weight and kind of just lay that on your head, but don't pull, just let it rest. Okay, and I'm gonna come back to center and shake that out. Do the same on the other side. Okay, come back to center, shake that out. I'm just gonna do a few um, kind of half circles with our neck. So we're just gonna drop our chin to our chest, and then we're gonna kind of draw our chin over our right shoulder, and then come to the other side through center. So we're gonna roll in a half circle over to the other shoulder. I'm gonna do that a couple of times. Again, feel free to link your breath to your movement. Maybe you want to inhale kind of when you're drawing your chin to one shoulder and exhale in the other direction. And make sure to sit up straight. I don't remember which side I started on, but I feel like I still need to go over the other shoulder to make it even. Okay, come back to center, shake that out. And then I'm just gonna squeeze kind of my shoulder a little bit. Squeeze up my neck a little bit. And then down shoulder blade, upper arm, underarm, and my hand. So like each of the fingers. You're gonna sweep that off. Also sweep it up again. Okay, shake it out. Then we're gonna move to the other side. So we're gonna squeeze kind of our shoulder in between our neck and shoulder. Up our neck a little bit. Then moving on to our upper arm. Down the underarm to the hand and the fingers. Wiggle them out. And we're gonna just sweep down our arm 3 times and up 3 times. Shake that out. And then we're just gonna rub our hands together, create some heat, and then cup our hands over our eyes. Feel the heat. And you maybe want to like massage your forehead a little bit. Your temples. Maybe your ears, your side of your head. Maybe down the back of your head and neck. Maybe also the top of your head. Just want to squish your face a little bit. And then just gonna brush everything off. And to end, just gonna take one deep breath in, if you're able, through the nose. If not, just do it through your mouth. And then sigh that out and like really let everything go. Okay. Maybe we're just gonna do that 3 times actually. So we're gonna breathe in and then sigh it out and just like shake everything out, and just gonna do that 3 times, and then we're gonna close for the day. Okay. So we're gonna inhale. You know what? I'm actually gonna stand for this. And one last inhale. And exhale. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for joining. If you're joining later in the replay, if you feel like it, let me know how that was for you. And yeah, yeah. If you have any ideas or input on this format, because yeah, I mean it's okay. I'm gonna figure it out. But yeah, I'm also interested in what I have to say. Okay, that's it. Um, I just wanna quickly copy those questions so I can put them in the description. And yeah, okay. Have a nice day. Bye.